Peggy 7.
My name's Craig Sullivan. I'm Creative Director at Criterion Games, working on Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. So Need for Speed Hot Pursuit is Criterion's take on the Need for Speed franchise. So to us that means within 2 minutes of picking up the controller, we want you to be laughing your ass off, drifting sideways around a corner at 200 miles an hour in a car that costs over $1 million, and basically just having fun straight off the bat, straight out of the box. A car qualifies to be in the game by being super exclusive, super hot, and very, very expensive and desirable. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit is set in Seacrest County, which is heavily influenced by California, but also taking elements of all the best driving roads from around the world. Seacrest County is the best place to drive these cars and to have the most epic, coolest police chases you've ever seen. It's over 100 miles of open road. It's an open world environment, so you can drive wherever you want to. It ranges from the desert to the mountains, to the rainy forest, to the open coastal roads, heavily inspired by the PCH and heavily inspired by the Californian surroundings. So there's a load of really, really cool stuff in Seacrest County. It's just a great place to drive. So the interesting element to Need for Speed Hot Pursuit is that you get to play as a cop. We thought, the game's called Hot Pursuit, let's really go to town on the cop side of it. How's about we allow players to play a full career progression as a racer, but also for the first time a full career progression as a cop. The SCPD, or the Seacrest County Police Department, is probably the coolest police force in the world. We thought if the guys had to chase down these 200, 250 mile an hour cars, they would have to have interceptor versions of those similar cars. So we have things like the Lamborghini Rebenton in the game. In pretty much every other game you play, that car will only be in grey because it comes in one colour, and it will only be able to drive during races. In Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, you get to drive it in the cool black and white police decals. You get to drive the interceptor version, which is slightly tuned and slightly faster than the normal version, and you get to have weapons and equipment attached to that you can use during a chase. So it's a very different experience. SCPD is all about the coolest cars in the world, looking even cooler because you're driving cop versions of them and chasing down races and just having fun. Autolog is a revolutionary suite of connected features that brings your friends into the heart of your game. Everything that you do in the game is recorded and compared on times and pushed out to your wider friends network. If you race in a game and you set a personal best, that time is pushed out to your friends and the challenge is thrown down. If they choose to compete against you and beat your time, that time is thrown back to you, and we close the loop of friendly competition between friends and drive gameplay. We think this feature will change the way people play. We've had people experiencing the game so far. They'll play one race 10, 15, 20 times just because Autolog is constantly throwing the times between them and their friends and driving competition. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit is launching November the 16th. Pick it up, it's going to be great fun.